Hi, Mark here from the Tangent Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent Bound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hi everyone, this is Hanno.
And this is Stephanie.
And we're from the Gotham Knights podcast and
the Orville Lights podcast.
The Gotham Lights podcast is a fan cast dedicated to the television show Gotham.
And sometimes the television show The Orville. And if either of these things tickle your fancy, then by all means, reach out to us on Twitter at Gotham Lights, on Facebook by searching Gotham Lights, and also by means of email, gothamlightspodcast@gmail.com.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a Spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 396.
Sexiest podcast on the network, Brian.
Yes.
But you know,
Tony.
it's what we do.
It is, once again, our roughly every week podcast.
That's stupid, roughly every week.
Yeah. Still
roughly my ass.
Yeah, something's gone up every week.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Roughly.
I know. Obviously, people listening have no idea what I'm talking about, but I submitted our podcast to a thing, and it was showing stats and whatnot, and it said that the show releases roughly every week. So,
right.
Unless maybe they're just talking about how our show is just rough roughly a show, you know?
It's super rough to listen to every week.
Yeah. In that case, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Totally get it, bro.
Yeah. All right, I'm back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Whew, 396 of these things. That's a lot, man.
I know. No, do we want to talk about what we're thinking about for 400 here?
Yeah, I think we should.
We should too.
Mm-hmm.
Totally nude podcast.
Yeah.
Nice.
For
like
the
everyone.
third time? Yeah. No.
Yeah, exactly.
This time at the same time.
Right.
That way
not
it's
just randomly.
right. So it'll be less awkward, right? Or more awkward. I don't know which.
Yes.
That's fair. No, we've been talking about, with episode 400 coming up here, kind of, we wanted to do something, I don't know, out of character for us or different or celebratory, I guess. Cause we've only really like celebrated, any sort of a number once.
Yeah.
You know,
it's true.
So we've been talking about, we think we're going to try to do a live show.
Keyword try.
Yeah. We'll see how it turns out.
In pure salty language fashion.
Yeah.
We'll make an attempt.
Right. Well, cause you know, for anyone who doesn't know, this show is a one take show. Like we really don't go back and redo stuff.
No, we sure don't.
Maybe
we tried to do
occasionally.
that once and it was the worst thing we ever
so
did in our
bad.
lives.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been a few times where we had like a tech issue or something and we've gone back and kind of restarted a conversation, but it's not been like whole sections of a podcast.
Well, let's rewind to like 6 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When Brian and I sat down face to face, we record a whole podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, have a beer, you'll be fine. We're like, man, that was a great show. And it was like, oh, didn't record.
I just remember texting you, like, because you were on your way home, and I was
I
like,
think I was halfway home.
yeah, and I'm like, dude, like
So
the
I
show didn't
usually-
record. Yeah,
I drove through about 18 front yards.
yeah, as one does.
And then we tried to recreate the magic.
Yeah, we did the same stories and all this. I couldn't tell you what episode it is, but if you're a regular, like a listener from the beginning, you may remember it because it's honestly, I feel like it's one of our worst shows.
Yeah, it's like it's bad.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it didn't have the salty language magic.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was something.
Yeah, it was, and I'm sure we had some better punchlines and stuff second time through.
Possible, yeah.
But it felt so forced at the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
because it really is. I mean, we're like, okay, let's sit down and have the exact same conversation we just had. Basically, it's like,
Yeah, just not feeling it.
Nah, it was a bad idea. So to any upstart podcasts out there, if that happens to you and you're like, oh, let's just sit down and just scrap it all and start fresh.
Yeah, do what we say. Oh, that one was for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you've got some stories or something that you're going to go over or whatever that, you're like, no, we still want to do that. That's fine. But don't try to redo the whole thing.
Don't try to redo the jokes, the punches.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a scripted show, sure, because that's your gimmick, but.
And I want to say occasionally it's very rare we have something scripted. Very rare.
Yeah, there's been a few times where we've been like, okay, let's do this, then this, but that's usually about as far as it goes. We're very much like those movies where they're like, okay, here's the outline,
Yeah, exactly. Like if you look at my notes right now, I've got 6 things wrote down, and this is not one of them.
Yeah, same here. I have about 6 things down, and this is not one of them. So
yeah.
So.
But yeah, we're going to try. I'm assuming, like we were talking about a little bit at the bar earlier, we're going to try to do the live show on the YouTubes, unless we can think of something better.
Yeah.
I mean, can we live stream on Pornhub? That'd be cool.
I don't know. The day Pornhub opens live streaming,
They already might.
They might. I don't know. I wish Dev was here right now. He could tell us probably.
I know.
He seems to know a lot about.
Too picky. So,
yeah. They don't offer what I like. So no.
Exactly. Sex of endangered animals.
Yes, very obscure.
Very, very obscure.
Very
like,
obscure.
oh, is this the one featuring the last rhino? I'm in.
Yeah. Like, oh, Brian must have watched. We got our one watcher.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. I'm the only Patreon subscriber. Oh, man. So, yeah, probably YouTube. Because I think if we weren't using YouTube, what would we, like, probably Instagram Live, then I would guess.
I don't think that's as fun as
No,
efficient either.
I'm just saying. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine there's got to be, because it used to be, what was it, Spreaker or whatever you could go live with, but how do people actually listen to it?
I don't know.
It's not like it's YouTube, which is, you know, the TV of the internet.
Yeah, basically. I was going to say on everyone's phone already, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like YouTube anyway, so that's probably the way we'll go.
Yeah.
So we'll start working on some deets for that and get a date and time and everything kind of arranged the best we can ahead of time and whatever.
Dialed in and shiznit.
Yep. So yeah, we'd appreciate if everyone, would come check it out. Come say hello to us or something.
Definitely.
Now I will say this. We're probably not going to be like real obsessed with like if there's a chat area, because that's not who we are. But maybe we'll hang out afterward or something like that.
Yeah, do a little pregame.
Yeah.
We'll pull a little post game. And I mean, if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube or Salty Language Pod.
Yeah.
So if you want to listen live in 4 episodes, like a month.
Yeah. Real quick.
Fucking subscribe to us, dude.
Yeah.
Salty Language Pod on the YouTubes. And I should probably put that on the website.
Yeah. We should probably, we'll have to get together and, start writing our bits for it and stuff. So.
Yeah, for sure. Right?
Nope.
I can't wait to surprise everyone with that ninja attack bit when we're recording and ninjas come in and just we fight them off.
Yeah, yeah. It'll basically look like the end of the Peaches video by the presidents of the United States.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like,
but the whole time we're still podcasting.
Yeah. And singing about peaches. Yeah.
And singing about peaches.
Right.
Yeah. Eating cans of peaches.
Naturally. Well, they were free. I mean,
it's true.
So yeah, so there's that. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll have more than like one person sitting there, but whatever.
Well, if not, feel free to applaud.
Yeah. Well, if not, we'll just do what we always do, which is, like you said, this one's for us.
This one's for us. Yep. It's true.
But yeah, anyone who, can't listen in or whatever, the show will still go up as normal. So.
Or will it?
Well, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, until we're like, hey, that went all right. Let's start doing Patreon shows.
Oh, that's true. Like, and then suddenly we're in furs.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a grill for no reason. Not like I want to cook on, one for my face.
It's a man grate.
Yeah,
it's not even a grill.
It's cast iron grill for my teefers.
That's how big of sellouts we are. You have man grates instead of grill.
Hell yeah, baby. Got them knuckle rings. Mm-hmm. Salty language on each hand.
Yep.
Yep. You betcha.
That's a good plan. I like
Start getting neck tattoos.
Start
like a new age rapper.
I thought you already had some.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's why I grew my beard out, so cover him up for now. Till I get the whole thing done. Then I'll,
till you get that neck sleeve.
Yeah, neck sleeve.
Bro, got my neck sleeve finished.
What is there a term for getting your whole neck tattooed?
I don't know.
Because like you said, like a sleeve on your arm, like the leg ones you can't call them sleeves, right?
I would call them
pants.
Like pants. I was trying to think of what like pant legs are called, but they're called legs. So you can't just call them legs.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to call them.
Done.
I'm going to start calling them pantoos.
Pantoos? I like it.
So, no, it does make me wonder though. Because it is. Are arms the only part of your body that if you get completely filled with tattoos that have a term? Yeah. Because I can't think of like, if you got your whole head tattooed, I can't think of anything other than terrible idea.
Like a sick helmet, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what? That sounds dumb.
Helmet.
I mean, I guess there's back peas.
Okay, and chest peas. I'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not like the whole thing. Well, it can be. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but I can't, like, say some guy just got a giant stick figure on his back. Like, that's a cool back piece.
or like that fucking swastika that dude showed us when we were
That
youngsters.
swastika idiot, you're
Good
right.
Lord.
Or the Cleveland Browns helmet guy.
Oh, jeez.
That guy probably should have been lit on fire.
I forgot about Cleveland Browns guy. Well, you know,
yeah.
listen, Browns fans are, I mean, I can't say much as a Lions fan, you know, we're a special breed. It takes a lot to just get punched in the face every season, you know?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. It's not easy.
But what I'm saying is if like he got a stick figure on his back, you would call that a back piece, but he's still got a lot of real estate to put ink on.
True.
I'm with you that you can't call that. It's not like a sleeve.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you'd call that, a vest, a cape. I don't know.
I like cape. That's a good one. Now, a vest could make sense if you got front and back done.
Right.
Now, to me, it'd have to, in order for it to be called a vest, you can't have sleeves then.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because then you got a jacket.
Right. Or a long sleeve tee, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
jacket, though. That's a good one. We should
Well,
not be
got a
allowed to
jacket.
name tattoo things. I
agree.
I've just decided this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're gonna name the worst things ever too.
Oh, yeah.
Like anyone that gets it on their cheek, we're gonna call it donger.
Whoa, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
All right. I'm looking this up real quick.
Okay. I can't say I blame you because I'm super curious too.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's harsh.
Brutal.
No, it just looks like it just says neck tattoo, but
That doesn't even make sense to me.
no, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, same here.
Call it a turtleneck? I mean, yeah, I don't really see anything. So if anyone listening happens to know, let us know, because I've never heard anything. I don't know anybody who does tattoos anymore. So if so, I'd ask them, but
Right. I mean, go straight to the source and stuff.
yeah. Just be like, hey, is there a term for this? They're probably
It's called
like,
ink, bro.
yeah, they're like, yeah, quit being stupid. That's what we call it.
Oh. But I thought I was doing something cool.
What would be hilarious is if we would like ask somebody and they were like, yeah, it's a neck sleeve.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Be like,
Scarf. Like, really?
did you say a scarf?
Yeah. I'm dying. Yeah, scarf.
Yeah, dude, they just finished up my sleeves and my scarf.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good question, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so live show. Tune in.
Yeah.
Watch all this dumb shit we do unfold right before your eyes.
Yeah, watch Tony blow his nose in real time.
Yeah, dude, I sure hope by then I'm like all cleared up and stuff.
Yeah.
And this just like started an hour ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Watch me adjust my glasses a million times during the show.
Exactly.
Because I do. See what random things we're drinking.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Could be anything.
Watch all the lines we chop.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, we can't
Dude,
just
everyone
not.
knows Fun Dip.
Yeah.
The cocaine of the candy world.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep. It's just more fun to just give kids the cocaine, you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I take, you keep Fun Dip for yourself. Put your Coke in there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Give them that stupid candy stick no one likes.
Yeah.
Worst applicator for anything ever, by the way.
Is it?
It was terrible. You
All
know
right.
it was.
Hold on.
It was
Hold on.
basically like
Nope.
a stick of chalk.
I have one contender that I can think of.
Okay.
I can't think of
All
anything
right,
else, but I have one, which is
I'm
the
in.
little stupid plastic stick you get with like peanut butter and crackers.
Oh, it looks like a baby kayak paddle.
Yeah, and they snap almost every time.
Okay, yeah, those are pretty terrible. I prefer the little red plasticky ones. Looks like a little red 2x4.
Yeah.
You're
Those
gonna
snap
build a
too,
little
though.
Tiny red house.
Yeah, those are better, but they still snap. You know,
They do
it's-
still snap.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you might be getting at your cheese aggressively.
Well, it's cheese.
You know, I was a finesse
Well,
cheeser.
look, normally what I do is I just eat the cheese like it's a Jell-O shot, you know? Just get your tongue
It's
in
true.
there and swirl it, you know?
I put it on my face like battle paint.
Yeah, exactly. it turns on a lot of people, but it gets but listen, I'm passionate about cheese. What can I say?
True.
Yeah. But yeah.
Camouflage I put on when I'm like in a dairy or something so no one can see me.
That's smart. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my. Yeah, I think those are probably the two worst things I can think of as far as food applicators. I can't.
And they're pretty bad.
Yeah, they're terrible. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing the Fun Dip's got going for it is you can eat it, but why would you want to?
Yeah, that's true. Could you eat
Kind
those?
of tastes like solidified laundry detergent.
That's
or something.
that's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I ate them. Maybe I wasn't supposed to.
Right. It's, what it is it's from all those, how they had to repaint a lot of houses after the lead paint thing, and they just chip it off of there. Well, they just powder it up, basically, throw it in a thing, and kids think it's dip because apparently lead is sweet. So.
Lead is sweet.
According to some podcast I was listening to, where they were talking about how various things in science have been found because the scientists have basically tasted it.
Really?
Apparently that used to be a thing, like that scientists would do at times. Not as much now, I guess, because there's some, they have systems that can do it or whatever.
Like, get your tongue out of the vat there, Paul.
Yeah. Like, it's like a Jell-O shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said that was part of the reason why kids would go to, like, eat lead paint and whatever, because it's got a sweetness to it. So.
Wow. Death candy.
Yeah, and kids' palates tend to be, crave more sweet tastes. So I was like,
those are some dumbass kids. This Walter, no one. Oh, dude.
Well, if they weren't, they are now.
I know it. Then Hansel and Gretel, the witch's house, just lead paint.
Yeah, and a hallucination. Yeah,
exactly. It wasn't cookies or anything. It was just lead paint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So a couple little fat Dutch kids died in the woods eating the side of a goddamn cabin.
Which explains why the witch was so mad at him then.
Yeah, it's like, I just painted this, you little savages.
They're just tearing it off her house.
Exactly. Now she's got to roll them into some sort of hollow ditch somewhere.
Yeah, and that's why she's going to make them into pies, though, is she's going to trade pies for a new paint job on the house.
That's true.
Yeah. Or she's just going to eat them because cannibal. But whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if some dumb kid is eating inside of my house, I might bake him into a pie, too.
I feel like you're doing them a favor if you are. Or you do.
To bake them into a pie?
Yeah, because, look, if the kid's eating paint chips, what kind of life are they going to have? It's not going to go well. We live in the age of YouTube fame and stuff, but still, I just don't think that's the way you want to go in life.
Well, and you know what? if you're going to go into the afterlife,
yeah,
would you rather have some sort of like shitty pine box? Or would you rather have flaky buttery pastry?
That's not, that's not even
saying.
There's no question there. Yeah.
Because I'm assuming, it's a witch. She's probably an old lady. She knows how to get the layers going.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be the flakiest of crust.
Oh, the flakiest of crust.
For sure.
So satisfying.
Rich and buttery.
Just nothing but real butter. She doesn't fuck around with that margarine shit.
No.
No, hell no.
Well, not if she wants a quality paint job on her house anyway.
What's true?
Yeah,
it's true.
You gotta put it out there,
Gotta put it out there.
Sometimes you gotta, pull your pant leg up a little bit, show a little leg,
Oh, God.
I didn't mean her, I'm just...
Oh, thank God.
If she...
Nothing more rousing than varicose.
It's a roadmap to your heart, baby.
Oh, yeah.
More like very sexy.
Oh, God, very gross.
Ooh.
Yeah, none of this. Nothing scripted, baby.
People are listening going, duh. Like, who would write this?
Yeah, like, this is terrible.
That's like serving somebody just the worst food and going, I'm not a chef. Like, no shit.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to provide you for dinner a bowl of, as I call it, ambagaba. But I got my own spin on it.
And the box has got the glove, dude, but it's like a lacy glove.
Yeah, it's fucking sexy.
It's fancy as hell.
Yeah, it's lacy glove, and the little glove guy's got titties for some reason.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So a lacy glove, that's like lingerie for the the hand guys and stuff, right?
He's getting crazy.
Damn, somebody's getting fingered.
Hey now. Hi-yo, right in the wrist hole.
Ooh, that's, wow. Right in the wrist hole, huh?
Right in the wrist hole.
Yeah. Sorry to everyone who just got aroused.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the little glove guy was always creeping me out, I'll be honest.
Yeah, a little bit. It was pretty weird.
But yeah, you're right. A lacy, fancy glove. It's just him trying to be his real self on Saturday night or something.
Oh my God. Would you cook me? I'd cook me.
Yes. Exactly. Jeez.
All right, listen, let's maybe not put out the Buffalo Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, for sure. Let's not do that at all. He's weirding me out, man.
Yeah. I don't like where this is going. Oh, man.
And who approved Goodbye Horses for the commercial? God damn it.
Somebody with a good sense of humor?
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's, whew. Yeah, that is something for sure. So, I forgot what I was going to say next. Oh, so here's something really dumb I did yesterday. I had, those days where you just do really dumb shit all day?
Yes.
That was me yesterday.
Right.
I was about to chop up some lettuce for, like salads and whatnot, a little romaine, just right?
Yeah. Bust that shit out.
So the outer leaf on it had like some, I don't know what, how sometimes it's like kind of discolored and looks gross. It's fine, but it just, So anyway, so I tear that part off, like tear the leafy part off that was good. And I turn towards the garbage can and throw the good part right in the garbage.
Hell yeah. Fuck that lettuce.
Meanwhile, leaving the bad part on the cutting board.
That's right. That's what a rebel does.
Yeah. So I was like, then last night I was like, I'm going to make a frozen za, bro. And
nice.
Turn the oven on, get our, we have one of those pizza stones,
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Put the pizza on there, come back out 20 minutes later, only to realize that I never put the pizza in the oven. It was just sitting on the stone on top of
partially thawed pizza.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So I do that, right? And then when the pizza comes out, I have these little plastic cutting boards that are, they fold and stuff real easy and whatnot. And they're kind of cheap.
Oh yeah.
But I like them because you can just pitch them after a while, and get another one instead of potentially having, bacteria growing in them and whatever.
Right.
So I cut the pizza up.
Oh my God.
No, stop that.
What? What happened? My head just exploded.
No big deal. Yeah, your head exploded. So I cut up the pizza and I go, and then I turn because I was going to put, when I make pizza like that, I have to put part of it in the microwave because I can't leave it out to cool because my cat will eat it.
What a savage.
Right. So I have to put it in the microwave. Otherwise she will get up and eat it.
There should be 18 cat-sized holes in various walls.
So I turned toward
you a thing or two.
Right. I turned toward the microwave only to realize I had the cutting board in my hand, not the plate with pizza on it. So I was basically just going to put the cutting board in the microwave.
Wow. Brian, what the hell were you on?
Well, at least I caught myself before I did something like, start rinsing the pizza off,
It's true.
But
it's true.
Jeez.
Take the pizza in the bathroom with you. Attempt to wipe.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Oh, my pizza.
Jesus Christ.
It's mostly
I could
ruined.
Salvage it.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, just one of those days. I was like, man, I'm glad. I was like, I can't believe I handled a knife earlier today and didn't, carve my hand up on accident or something.
The cat's dead.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. It happens,
Wow, that sounds like you had a hell of an experience.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb. I felt pretty stupid, that's for sure. So yeah.
Hey. Excuse me. I think we've all had days like that.
Oh, yeah.
You get all fucked up and you're like, Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like, wow, I should not be allowed to
do anything.
Yeah, to do anything today. Yeah, because I'm just going to mess it all up. Oh, man.
My favorite is I do have to grocery store a lot. So
Yeah.
I'll drive to the grocery store. Okay, I need this. I need this. I need this. Get to the grocery store. Get my cart full of shit. I'm like, what do I need? Oh, I forgot this. And I get distracted, grab something else, go cash out, get home, be like, fuck, didn't get mangoes. Remember?
The one thing you were going for.
The one thing I really went for. Spent like $100 on more shit.
Yeah. Like, well, I have all these Peeps.
Yeah, exactly. I got Peeps. I got a new crock pot.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything but the mangoes.
Everything but the mangoes.
Yeah.
Just name my game show.
It sounds like a game show.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
Should have mute button.
Well, I mean, you could just turn the mic off, I guess, but
I can't. I don't have a switch on it.
There actually is a mute button, like right there on Skype or so.
Is there?
Yeah. If you click the microphone icon on the screen there, it turns your mic off.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear you right now.
Holy shit, my mic was off. I wonder if I could hotkey that. That'd be cool.
That would be cool, actually. I don't know. That's a good question. That would be quite nice.
That'd be quite nice.
Yeah.
So every time I feel like, I've got some sort of small child escaping my face.
Right, which is weird.
Yeah, believe me.
Yeah.
Imagine how it feels.
Yeah. So do you let them out or do you push them back in?
Well, I feel like they should be born.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what happened. Like I said, we were sitting in the bar and it's like, I just started sneezing and shit. And all of a sudden, something's going on. I don't know what happened, bro.
Yeah, I know. Somebody must have come in with the plague or something in there.
I guess.
It's
man.
Me and everyone else was, vaccinated for it, but you being the anti-vaxxer that you are,
Yeah. I mean, autism and stuff.
Right. Fuck you. I'd rather have the plague. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to take the chance my child might be on the spectrum, but guess what? Everyone's getting measles, bitch.
Yeah. So
dumb.
We, as Tony's mentioned a couple of times, I believe, we just, went out and had a couple of beers. And,
beers.
This was a weird time because I kind of feel like this is a rare time where we don't have so this person at the bar story.
Yeah, it was kind of chill.
Yeah. I mean, there was one loud lady that I think she was just drunk. She just got louder.
I think so too.
Yeah, she got louder as time went on. So I think she just, her volume increased when her volume increased.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, like you were saying, it was really weird. We got there and the place was dead. And then all of a sudden it was full up. So.
I know, right? It was kind of cool.
Did you post something on social media telling everyone we were going to be there or something? I mean.
Well, I assume people follow our socials, and once we started checking in beers.
Yeah, that's true. Like, oh man, we got to get over there. Yeah.
It's over.
I mean, it was tough getting out of there with all the autographs and everything, but.
I know, right?
What are you going to do, You got to sign some titties once in a while.
Every once in a while, you got to, get that Sharpie out.
Listen, all I have to say is, if you want us to sign your titties, fine. But guys, shave them first so we can have a clear path for the marker.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
Right?
Jeez.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
Totally right.
Yeah. It's just like getting a tattoo, You shave the area for the tattoo and then, if the hair grows back, fine, but you gotta shave it to get the tattoo. So.
Yeah, exactly. Is this really so hard?
Must be.
Come on, people.
Yeah. Jeez. How funny would it be if we were to achieve any level of success and like the most requested autograph from us would be, guys asking to having their tits signed. Yeah.
That would actually be pretty funny.
I'd laugh at that. Yeah.
If I say so myself, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Agree.
Pretty funny.
Pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So how's your week been? I'm trying to think of anything else for mine. My week's been really boring. So,
it hasn't been terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of my stuff is actually news type related stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But I did go to a, which I told you about, obviously, as the, had to be at the bar, as I went to a record show.
Yeah.
Excuse me, man. I shouldn't have slept part of the night last night. It's like catching up to me. Went to a record show, and just because I'm getting into the whole vinyl situation.
Yeah, right.
And all that.
Sure, S&M, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure, right? Exactly. I got that suit that you like vacuum out all the air. It's weird, but whatever.
Well, what's weird about it is that you're using like the vacuum seal like for food to do it.
Yeah, it takes forever.
I think it's weird seeing you put yourself in a Ziploc bag. That's
Bro, I've never felt fresher. Just saying.
Well, I mean,
saying.
That's all that matters in life. You certainly don't want to have the not so fresh feeling.
No, it's the worst. It really is the worst. But, so, what the hell was I saying?
Your record show.
So this record show. Man, dude, talk about some ghouls and some goblins that were in this place.
Nice.
Because I was expecting ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
I really was.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting, I think 3 different people just desperately hanging onto their hair while growing out their, the back of the head way too long. And,
nice.
Some sweatpants going. And there was just a lot of weirdos selling records and buying records.
There was a whole lot of giving up in there.
Yeah. You betcha.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
But it's like, there was a lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff I really couldn't afford.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I had more gumption, because, I could just dig through stuff and probably find some neat stuff in some of those boxes.
Yeah.
I just hit a point I was just like, they're not, because I was really looking for some hippity hop.
Yeah.
No. It was all classic rock shit, which it's not shit, but
Right.
It was all classic rock and this, that, and the other thing. And
right. Nirvana, Metallica. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, classic rock when we were kids, classic rock.
Oh, okay.
It's like so much Beatles stuff, which I get.
Yeah.
Because the Beatles.
Right. Probably sells pretty well for them and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I picked up a couple things. A little Frank Thomas, someone said, Jesus. A little Frank Sinatra.
I was like, did
Christmas
you go to the
album.
baseball card show?
Yeah, I know, right? I got that rolling for me. I got, ZZ Top Eliminator, because that's an album I used to listen to a lot when I had it on a CD, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's cool. I'll dig that.
Yeah.
But I really didn't spend much money there, which is kind of cool.
That's good, yeah.
But the weird thing was, I picked up, I guess basically this week I picked up 5 records.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 2 from the show. I mysteriously found a Target clearance records. I didn't even know they had records.
Yeah.
But they had a clearance section, which was real cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then I randomly was digging through my bookshelf, and I found a record. Which that's where I ran out here. I was like, I gotta get one more thing, Brian. The band is called Dear Widow.
Okay.
And I don't know where to record. Like I was telling you when you had the braided veins on the Enthusiast, however long ago.
Yeah.
I bought that album off of Bandcamp because it was a vinyl for the same price as the digital, and then the vinyl came with the digital.
Right.
So why wouldn't I get the vinyl? Right. Yep. Yeah, and I can only assume because the record I have was like Preston, Fenton, Michigan, that it came with that. Because I don't know where else it could have come from.
Yeah, I have no clue. Yeah, it's not a band like when you just said the band name, I was like, that's no one I remember us seeing or ever, heard of. Also, you've never bought a vinyl when we've been in like a show or something, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, it's pretty good. It's like 5 tracks on it.
Yeah.
It's like a regular size record. So it's slightly smaller regular size record. We played on 45 speed.
Yeah.
So it's only got a few tracks on it, but it was good. I really dug it.
Nice.
So I'm glad I found it, but it's just random. It's so weird.
That is weird. A weird thing to just find.
Yeah. And it's like, I know I didn't buy it. I know like Jeannie, for instance, she would not buy it for me because it's just that wasn't something she would do.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I don't know where it was so weird.
Well, from a quick look here on the face page, they're from Flint.
Flint. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know. It was just, like I said, bizarre world.
All right. I'm looking at the guys. They don't look familiar, but just making sure it wasn't like one of the guys maybe from Braided Veins or something. I guess it still could be. I don't.
Yeah,
Other than Jono, I'm not like real familiar with the others.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I
interesting.
know, right?
Yeah. It might have been that though, because that is very, it's a very similar area. So.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could figure is maybe whoever. I should look at the Braided Veins record and see who pressed it, because maybe it's the same company. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it could be such a thing too. Maybe something was, like I say, either maybe it was a throw-in or maybe it was an accidental,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll take it because I liked it. Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
That, and I got this weird phenomena going on at work.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Michigan, we have the 10-cent bottle deposit, right?
Yeah.
There's multiple guys I work with that, like, finding plastic bottles or getting plastic bottles from people, it's kind of like they're, like, catching Pokemon or something. It's the most bizarre shit I've ever watched.
Wow. All right.
Like, they'll be like, hey, you need a plastic bottle? And, like, so I've watched some guys walk out of, like, 8 of them. And I guess, for not doing anything besides going, hey, can I get that plastic bottle? That's 80 cents in their pocket.
Yeah.
But you got to take it somewhere and, turn it in. And
yeah,
it sounds like just too much hassle for what it's worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And these guys are like, I mean, maybe it's just because, you have nothing better to do. So it's kind of like a game for them.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it
I'd
is.
rather do anything else. I'd rather sit there and daydream about boobs or something.
Yeah, right. As I'm doing right now, yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No, I'm still scrolling through that band's
oh, dear,
Facebook.
Dear, what up?
Yeah. They were on the compilation album that I know Braided Veins was on, I think, or Baggage, maybe both.
For the Flint water crisis?
Yeah, they were on that, which makes sense. I mean, they're from Flint and stuff, so.
Right.
And I know Jono got a bunch of people to be part of that. That was a really cool thing of them to do. So, yeah.
Right, for sure.
I feel like the record company that they're part of is may have been one that they were with. So it might be, that, like you said, that they were together kind of a thing. So.
And it's even like, it's a cool looking record. It's kind of like a really dark green. It's got some yellow streaks through it. And
yeah,
it's not just like your standard black vinyl. It's like, I was kind of, I dig it.
That's cool.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Plus it was free.
Right.
Apparently.
The best kind.
Yeah, the best kind. Exactly, man.
Word. Oh. Interesting. So yeah, they're on the same record label. Cause actually.
Okay, so it had to have come from there.
Cause they actually, this is an old post. But it was basically like, hey, our record label's doing a sale, and the art on there, I'm like, that looks like Braided Veins LP, and it is. So.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. All right. So we've potentially solved that.
I'm
mystery.
Considering it solved.
Okay.
Myself.
Oh my goodness. They apparently had a profile picture that looks like a raccoon with a black, mask on it.
That's awesome.
I feel like you need that. If that's a shirt, I feel like you need one. Anyway, yeah, I need to close this or I'm going to just keep scrolling forever.
Just keep going down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. That happens to me all the time and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But all in all, it's been kind of a, I did some stuff kind of over the weekend, but since we're recording so late, I was kind of hoping to save it for, next week's show, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
You know what I'm saying? But we went to the bar today. I don't know. It's kind of like a meh week.
Yeah, right. That's, yeah. It was
nothing terribly exciting. Being on nights is weird.
Yeah.
Because the days I'm off, it's like, I just stay up till 6 a.m. fucking around the house playing video games or, that is weird.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's normal, but for you, I could see where that'd be weird.
Yeah, because, typically on my days off or whatever, I go do stuff. And I still do, but I just don't do it until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon now.
Yeah.
And before it'd be like, oh, I'm fresh faced. It's like 9 a.m. Let's roll, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's just a different animal. But once it hits that nighttime hour, and it's like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah, because like I remember I mentioned to you when we were first talking about it. I was like, you hit that point to where it's like, well, everybody else I know is asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's nothing to go do because everything is closed except for a couple 24-hour stores or like Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which I mean, like I thought about venturing out to like Myers one night just because I was bored.
Yeah, right.
I was just like, oh, maybe I'll just take a drive or something.
Yeah. That's the reason we used to go various times, was because it was something to do at 2 a.m, 3 a.m. Yeah.
It's kind of weird how that works.
Yeah. Especially once you are past the bar crowd hours.
Right.
Because that can kind of suck sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that was another thing. I was like, oh, maybe I can just go somewhere and just have a couple beers right before the bar closes, or it's just weird.
Yeah.
I honestly think too, I think I've put on some LBs because of nights too, because I eat more.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because normally I would like get up and not eat, and then I'd have lunch, but now I get up and I'm like, well, I might as well eat because I got to go to work soon. And then I start working, and then I eat like every shift. I have a little something.
Yeah.
Then I get home and I fall asleep. It's just it's like I feel like I'm eating more. I don't know.
You might be. Yeah.
It's fucking weird, bro.
I know, right?
I only got 2 more weeks of it, so we're good.
How often do you rotate?
Once a monthly.
Oh, okay. So month of nights, month of days, month of nights.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 weeks, and then you switch. Okay. And then 4 or 5 weeks, and then, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought you told me. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Because, shitty memory.
That's all right. It happens to the best of us and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something I was going to bring up, and I don't remember what the hell it was. Like something that had happened to me this week or something, but damned if I remember. Oh, so... I've bitched on here before about how, like, especially recently, like the Funko Pops and stuff, like when there's exclusives, how they're selling out in like record time, basically.
Yeah, right.
Target just had a bunch go up this past Friday.
Right.
And, they had a Wayne's World 2-pack with them in their hockey gear, which was cool. They had, a Captain Marvel that has, some glow-in-the-dark stuff on her. They have a Vader when he's getting electrocuted by the Emperor, and it glows.
Cool.
It glows in the dark. It's pretty cool. Like, because what else was there? Oh, there was Michael Jordan in his rookie year jersey that was a Target exclusive too, and there was some other stuff too. And I was like, okay, my brother wanted me to try to get some for him, but he also was like, well, if you can get these for me, basically I'll buy you, a few, kind of, your finder's fee type thing, whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, cool, because I didn't really have much money. So I get on the website, dude, they went live at 9:00. Right at 9:00, I'm clicking add to cart on the ones there were 3 that I was really wanting.
Uh-huh.
And by the time I added the 3rd one and then clicked like whatever the next step is in ordering, they were all sold out.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They sold out in seriously under 4 minutes.
So it's because of people reselling them now, I assume?
Well, a lot of the people seem to think that, especially with this group because of the Jordan one, that a lot of sneakerheads were grabbing them.
Fair enough.
But I guess people, there's bots that they can program to where they can order, a bunch at a time or whatever. Kind of like the same thing existed for years with like Ticketmaster. I don't know if you remember that, where basically,
oh yeah, I do remember that.
Bots would buy up all the tickets, but also part of it is, I mean, these things are insanely pop. I mean, Funko just posted the other day, dude, they made $810 million last year.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they were projected to do like 750 or 750 or 770 million. So they beat expectations by quite a bit. So, yeah, they're doing okay.
Well, I think I remember seeing somewhere there's going to be a Funko Pop movie coming out soon.
Yep. And they're opening multiple, like they're going to be opening a Funko store, I think, in Hollywood. They talk about one in New York, and they've got one in Seattle already. So it's like, geez, it's, good for them. They're expanding. They have different lines and stuff, but it's super frustrating for the people who are collecting them, especially the ones who aren't collecting them for any like resale value, because some of these, it's like, dude, you don't have a chance in hell at them. Now, I did hear quite a few people went into stores and were able to get these, but they still sold out fast.
Right.
Like all this area, all the Jordans were gone pretty much right away. Cause,
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah. And everyone expected that to be the hot one,
right.
That one, Captain Marvel and Vader. Everyone expected those to sell out, and they pretty much did. I was at Target later Friday night, the one over by my brother, and they still had Vader. They still had like 3 or 4 of those, but that was the only of those 3 that they had.
Right.
I lucked out. My brother was able to get me a Jordan and a Vader, and then we went to Target over here, and the guy I talked with quite a bit over here was like, yeah, I couldn't hold you the other ones, but I was able to hold you a Captain Marvel. I'm like, awesome, that's the one I didn't get.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that things worked out there, but it's so tough because it's like, I don't collect them. Like, listen, if I have some and they go way up in value, awesome, right? But most of the ones I'm buying, I'm not buying to make any money off of. I'm buying them because I think they're cool and I just want them. Like I've said before, it's like if the bottom fell out in these as a collectibles market, I would still go through and probably try to buy ones that I wanted afterward.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's getting really frustrating that, because they keep making ones like the Jordan one, the rookie year one. It's like there were 2 things when they were talking about making Jordan ones that I was like, please give me these things. One was the Jumpman pose, one with like him jumping in the air kind of thing, which is the regular Jordan actually. The common one, air quotes common. They've been tough to find.
Quote, unquote, yeah.
And the other thing was I was hoping they would do one with him with hair from his rookie year.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and they did. And, the only thing that stinks about it is the shoes. They're supposed to be like the first Air Jordans, those red and black, iconic ones, but they didn't license them. So there's no Nike swoosh.
So it's like inspired by.
Yeah. I will say this. If I wanted to, I could easily customize them to make them right. Just get out some markers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so make him like more of a current Jordan and give him his little Hitler stash.
Yeah, exactly. No. If this one was a common one, I would probably customize some and throw them on eBay. Because I probably could customize the shoes in like 10 minutes. Right. And just throw them on and charge, twice as much or whatever.
$5 more or something.
Yeah, just whatever, make a few bucks off of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just, like I said, it's just frustrating that for people, cause I know people who are just collectors like me that just want them because they're, like when we were at Target, actually, a guy came up to the electronics counter and was like, hey, do you have any of the Jordans left? And the guy working there was like, nah, man. He's like, we actually had some up till like an hour or 2 ago. And this is at like 8:00 at night. So I was like, really? Cause almost everything I was reading online was like poof and gone, like as soon as the doors opened, they were gone. And, the guy was like, man, he's apparently a truck driver. He's been driving from like, I forgot where in Michigan down. And he's every exit that there's a Target, he's been stopping trying to find.
Man, his
poor
dispatcher's got to be pissed. Why is your load running so late there, Butch?
I don't know if he was on the job or if he was, whatever. But either way, I told him, I said, dude, I was like, I just looked them up on eBay before that. I was like, they're only going for like $27. I was like, rather than driving all over the place, I was like, you might just wait and just buy one.
Yeah, right.
Cause they came down. They were early in the day, they were going for like $40-$50, but as the day went on, they came down cause more showed up on eBay,
Right.
And I told them, I said, there's a good chance even more are going to show up on there. Plus there's a chance of a restock,
Of course.
But yeah, I don't remember really anything else I've collected over the years that was like this. Now I've seen other stuff, Beanie Babies, that did this. You know, that if you weren't there basically when they came in,
streets and shit for those things.
Yeah. It's, if they had online sales for the Beanie Babies back then, I bet it would have been the same way. They would have sold out in no time, you know? So, yeah, it's just kind of frustrating. And the thing is, like, I'm seeing people, and I've known a few now that are like, yeah, I'm done collecting. Like, they keep making cool ones exclusives and I never can get them. So, and I was like, yeah,
I imagine it gets frustrating at some point.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like if it was just, you know, a common one, or if you only wanted, I don't know, whatever, pick a property they've done and you just want those, you know, but yeah, it's an interesting spot because, you know, these kind of collectibles hit this point and this is where you feel like the bubble is starting to stretch a little bit, you know?
Right.
Like, okay, I'm starting to see some sharp corners getting near the bubble there. Let's, like I said, I don't care that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got some that are like, I've got a few that are like, you know, air quote worth $100, you know, but I don't really have any worth huge money anymore. But you know, that's the way I've been doing it. If I have any that go way up, I generally sell them, you know.
I don't blame you. I would too.
Yeah. Even though I don't want to, it's, you know, it's just, it's like, look, like the one I had was, you know, like the CM Punk I had was like about $200 one, you know, and it was like, I like CM Punk. It's a cool pop, but it's like, it's $200, you know, like,
yeah. I also like money.
Yeah. If the market pops on these things, no pun intended, it, you know, then it's like, well, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I could have had a couple Ben Franklins.
Yeah. So it's,
wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Selling Rorschach was the one that killed me, but the other ones I've sold.
Watchmen.
Yeah. Well, and it's a bloody one too. So
yeah.
It was a San Diego Con bloody one. There's only like 480 of them. So it was, you know, a rare one. But whatever. Like you said, you know, it's like, I'm unemployed, so money is a good idea. So.
Yeah, money's always pretty cool.
Yeah.
Big fan of the money.
Right. So anyway, enough about that. But I just thought it was interesting how these things happen because people were so disappointed because, you know, and here, next week I think it is, the Emerald City Comic-Con shared exclusives will be hitting stores and online, and it's going to be the same thing. It's just, There's going to be certain ones that they're going to go in 2 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, sure. I know what it is. It's one I mentioned on here already. It's the 3-pack of hyenas from The Lion King. Because I keep seeing people who aren't even pop collectors like, holy shit, I need these. So.
Because Lion King.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get my paws on a set.
Your hyena paws?
Yeah. If not, I'll just, you know, cry myself to sleep. What are you going to do?
It's true.
So, shit, what was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to talk on here about, Brody Stevens a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of my, news things I got pulled up.
It's old news at this point, but, I
want to say the night after we recorded our last episode is when the news broke.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember texting you. It was like, holy shit or something, you know, like.
Yeah. Because
I saw his name pop up and I was like, oh, and honestly, my first thought wasn't he's dead. My thought was, oh, he's got a new show or something like that, you know. And I was like, oh, this is way worse.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'd been fighting bipolar for years, and some comics that I was listening to that were fairly close to him, apparently he had said recently he was kind of in a bad place with a new medicine. Like he was adjusting to it.
Right.
Which for anyone who's never taken an antidepressant type drug or not psychotropic, whatever, those kind of drugs, they really fuck with you for a while. And it takes a while for them to take effect. But as far as to work the way you want them to work, but in the meantime, they can throw like everything off. Like you feel like you're pissed all the time. Like from my experience, you know, you're on edge kind of a thing. You're a little more anxious. You're kind of angry. You know, like you just wake up and you're just mad kind of a thing, you know, like the least little thing, you know, they just really fuck with your mood and your attitude for, it depends on the medicine, you know, the dose and stuff.
Right.
You know, so it's hard to deal with. And then somebody who's bipolar, you know, if they have any sort of like mania during that time, you can, you know, that could throw you all over the place, you know, so. But yeah, it appears as though he killed himself. And, I've listened to various podcasts with comedians, and basically nobody truly has any bad words about him. You know,
I've heard the same stuff, and everyone loved him basically.
Yeah, he wasn't a huge known comedian as far as like to the public, but every comedian knew who Brody Stevens was, type of thing.
Yeah.
He was, as they refer, you know, the comics comic, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He did a lot of warm up for shows. He did warm up for Jeff Ross's show, The Burn. He did warm up for, what was it? There was another show recently. I can't remember what it is now. Shoot, I don't know. But anyway, he did warm up stuff because they knew he was great at getting the crowd going, you know?
Because he'd always bring that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know? That Brody Stevens, because I've heard him on plenty of podcasts as a guest.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah. I missed the guy.
If you're unfamiliar with his comedy, you should definitely do yourself a favor. Go check it out. It's weird, but it's like I was telling Tony earlier, I'd mentioned one of his jokes to him, and I was like, like a lot of his stuff gets funnier kind of the more you think about it, you know?
Right.
Like it's funny on the surface, and then you're like, you know, you kind of really start absorbing it, and it ggets funnier sometimes. So I highly recommend anyone go listen to it. Also, he had a TV show called, what was it? Was it called Like It or something like
Enjoy
that?
It.
Enjoy It. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was just looking it up because there's actually in Enjoy It is like when he was in real life kind of spiraling out of control.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to watch, it's kind of like, ugh. It's kind of interesting to see him going down this weird rabbit hole he goes down.
Yeah. And,
you know, and then because that was when everyone was freaking out and like, oh geez, Brody's, you know, he's not in a good way right now.
Yeah. Well, one of the comedians I heard on Jeff Ross's podcast talking about it actually talked about how, you know, they were with him once before where he went down a really bad road. And I'm guessing that's probably about that time and stuff. Right. So, you know, and again, this is, you know, obviously, I mean, I liked him as a comedian anyway, but you know, this is also something I always want to bring these things up because it is mental health related, potentially. We don't know 100%, but it probably is because, you know.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. So yeah, if you know somebody who has these things, as we always say, you know, on The Crazy Life, it's, you know, reach out, just check in with them, just make sure they're doing okay. Or if you know they're having a rough go, you know, definitely, you know, just, hey, how are you? And, you know, don't let them get away with fine. You know,
right.
As I've said on The Crazy Life, fine is like the most used mask ever, you know? So yeah. And of course, if you are a person who feels as though you need help, you know, please reach out to one of the suicide prevention hotline numbers or there's, crisis lines out there. There's all sorts of help out there if you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I've said before, you know, check out NAMI.org. They have a lot of the links and phone numbers or just Google like suicide prevention hotline or whatever. And there's all sorts of stuff. People want to help you. They've dedicated their lives to it. You're not a burden, all those things. And you're not alone. You know, so yeah. But yeah, anyway, so that was, you know, really sad. It was really tough
some sad news.
Listening to comedians talk about him. You know, like I said, listening to Jeff Ross and Sarah Tiana, and I cannot remember that other guy's name, sitting there talking with him because there were times, I mean, they're choking back tears.
Yeah.
You know, because it was really fresh when they recorded. I think they recorded that just a couple days after. And they still hadn't fully, you know, processed through it. So, yeah. So, the best part of the Jeff Ross one was at the end of each of his shows, he does a roast in peace. Where he does, you know, like if it was a roast of somebody and it was, you could tell it was hard for him to do that, because he was such good friends with Brody. But it
Right.
was a very fitting, tribute to him,
Well, as comedians do.
right.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, if anyone wants to hear a good, like, kind of tribute to him, Jeff Ross's podcast, I believe it's called Tough Skin, or is it Thick Skin? I can't remember. It's one or the other.
You might need to moisturize then. Just saying.
Yeah. Thick Skin is what it's called. Go check out that podcast because it was a really nice tribute to him.
Right. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it is too bad. I mean, because he was obviously well loved in the comedy community, and he was a hell of a comic too.
Yeah. Just one of those guys that you could just tell because he was just weird enough that you pretty much assumed he was never going to be like a huge name. You know?
Wasn't exactly. So what are you looking for? What's that? Broad spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very niche.
Very niche. Yeah. So that's, yeah, but it's always a shame when you hear this, especially somebody that, brought laughter to that many people and stuff too. It's always sad when those torches are snuffed out,
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, let's move on to something a little happier.
A little happier.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the Robert Kraft,
Damn it, man. That's another thing I have pulled up.
right? Speaking of happy ending.
Right.
So for real quick, for those who don't know, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots football team, has been charged with soliciting a prostitute. The weird part is that, and they don't seem to think he's part of this, but this place is also being investigated for like human trafficking.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Which I mean, it's good that this is all coming under light because obviously that's not cool.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that part. The prostitution thing's its whole other thing.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like I
exactly.
said, he's not alleged, or they don't think he's connected to the trafficking thing. So.
Right. But it's like, the thing I have behind it is, I can't remember how old he is. He's old as fuck. He's a billionaire. Billionaire.
Yep.
What are you doing going to a rub and tug?
Right? That was the first thing I said. I'm like, you're a billionaire. Why don't you just hire an escort?
Yeah, exactly. Well, fly in a masseuse.
I actually
jerk your old gray dick.
I actually heard someone explain potentially why he wouldn't hire an escort or whatever, because the potential for having to keep paying them hush money is higher than somebody at the rub and tug.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
And it says that this Asian day spa, or Orchids of Asia day spa,
Of course it is. It's always something like that.
he was one of many high profile business executives going there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, clearly they know how to deliver a good handy.
They must be. Also, he flew from, I believe that day, he flew from like New England to, was it Florida? I think it is. And then over to Kansas City because the Patriots played the Chiefs that day.
It's like, I'm real stressed out about this. Fire up jet.
Yeah.
I got to get down there and relieve some stress.
Yeah.
A little tense in my I got some tension in my shoulders and my groin.
And for anyone who's not a geography major, that's not really on the way to Kansas City from Foxborough, It's a bit of a detour.
Busted nut. It's right on the way.
Yeah, right? It's just, you'd think someone could find him something a little more discreet than that. The only thing I can think of is it's just that billionaire arrogance, just like, I'm not going to get caught. And if I do, whatever, I can get out of it. On the upside, he's single. It's not like he cheated on his wife or blah, blah, blah. So,
well, that's the thing, because he's single, and granted, he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
but billionaire.
Yeah, rich as fuck too. Yeah.
Exactly. There could be some dumb skank that's like 23 years old that will be like, okay, I'll do that.
Right.
And then she's driving Ferraris and Bugattis. Every once in a while, she's got to take some like 7-year-old jizz to the back of her face or whatever.
Wait, back of her face?
Yeah, because it's inside her mouth.
Oh, okay.
He's got you didn't know he has got a crazy gonzo dick?
Yikes. That sounds terrible.
Saying.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Unless there's just some, because I've heard about it on different podcasts with like Robert Kelly, some of the New York podcast guys, that there's just something that they get addicted to, like the rub and tug.
It must be. Yeah.
That there's just something about it. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's been to multiple, and he's like, this is the spot. Like, I like the music, I like the tiger sheets.
It has to be because, like I said, of how far out of the way he's going. Like, if he just wanted to get his nut, or bust it, he could find that anywhere he wants to. But clearly, he went to that one for a reason.
Exactly.
Like, he went, like I said, they went well out of their way to, just so he could get his release.
Yes.
Yeah. What I'm really curious about in this is what happens from the commissioner of the NFL.
That's a good question.
Because he's clearly got to do something, but technically the commissioner works for the owners. Like, that's how that works.
True.
So, I don't know if maybe they'll put it to where, like, the other owners vote on something. I'm very curious to see how they go on him. Like, whether it's, I assume it's just going to be a fine. Or if he may get suspended, like he can't attend football games or something, whatever. He's a billionaire. Who cares?
Well, hold on. I'm checking something. It's located in Jupiter, Florida.
Right.
Right. Yep. So, from what I can tell, Brian, there's really not a nearby airstrip.
I told you,
might be
way out of the way.
Nope, that's not an airstrip. The roads are kind of set up like one. I was like, it might be a runway.
Yeah.
Okay, there is an airstrip fairly decently north from there.
Okay.
So I bet you probably could land there. But still, so he's got to land. He's got to get in a car.
Yeah. Or a helicopter. Yeah.
Or a helicopter. And he's got, and you know what's funny?
Huh.
Is, so I just Googled Orchids of Asia Day Spa.
Yeah.
So since I'm searching, there's a yacht club right by there too.
Oh, well, yeah.
Since I put in a spa, it pulled up other spas. So in the area, you have a Quiet Touch. You got the Hunter Massage Clinic. You got Massage Jupiter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many choices. You got Head to Toe Massage Spa.
Wow.
I mean, there's so many choices if you want to just blow some goo over some fake silk.
Right?
Just saying.
I'm with you though. It's like, dude's a billionaire. You think, I mean, even if he didn't want to be like, quiet about it, he'd just be like, look, here's how it is. I'm going to KC. I need to let off some steam. If you basically, if you rub and tug me, I will take you on a private plane trip to Kansas City and back.
Right.
This is not a prostitution situation. It's like, I'm just looking for someone to go with me and take care of my dick.
And his dick.
Yeah. And I'm sure they would have had to comb through the pages of people willing to do it. Hell, if I can, get some hand sanitizer, I might do it if I get to go to the game,
Yeah, right.
Listen,
So Brian.
Huh?
Do you want to hear some reviews?
Yes, I absolutely do.
So, this is from a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I am seriously Vera DeFino.
Okay.
In her avatar, Dolphins logo. I am seriously ticked off. The other day I was trying to go for some soothing relief that only the Orchids of Asia can provide. And some shaved Santa Claus who got out of a limo and blocked my path. Said something about not taking any days off. And just like that, I was out of luck. I certainly hope you'll honor my coupon next time, because this is an outrage.
Oh, man.
I've got quite a long review.
Right.
And it looks like there might have been some, I don't know. This is from Cheryl local guide 2 months ago.
All right.
I had to walk out halfway through. At first, the masseuse was doing a lovely job and I was enjoying it, but soon turned out to be the most horrendous experience for massage. She asked me to pay beforehand, and like someone else said, this should have been a huge red flag. But I was a walk-in. We were able to do it right away. Should have been another alarm. So I tried to put minor irritations aside. However, about 10 minutes into the massage, the doorbell kept ringing from the mailman or staff going in and out. It's the Big Ben 8-count ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong type. So impossible to ignore. The phone rings constantly, and then you can't hear the manager shout back in Asian.
Wow.
Yeah. At some point, the manager begins to shout questions to my attendant through the door, and this went on for about 4 minutes. Not kidding. Eventually, the door opened for him to continue a discussion with me lying there half naked, barely covered. My attendant left the room. When she, quote unquote, came back, I realized the hands on me weren't the same as before. These hands didn't feel like a qualified masseuse. So when this attendant left the room to answer the phone again, leaving the door open, exclamation, I sat up, had to wait for the return. I wasn't going to put up with it any longer. Oh, Cheryl's pissed.
Oh, man.
The manager told me she'd refund my credit card payment, then pretended not to know how to do it up front as I stood there, fed up. When I threatened to call my bank and have the charge contested, she suddenly remembered how. Funny how that goes.
I mean, that is funny, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
Stay away. Someone shut this place down and let these girls go work somewhere else. I have to add, I was having a good massage, but obviously this place is being ran into the ground by bad management. Note, when you enter, look at the manager's face. You'll see the stress in her eye.
Wow. Damn.
I should have listened to my gut when I noticed that. Better still, someone should perhaps investigate the business to check these girls being paid and not slaves. Oh. Something fishy here. Yeah. Cheryl was all over it.
Yeah, she was. Fuck.
Right.
Yep.
Then you have a nice 5-star. Love this place and clean people.
Okay. Well, I mean, clean's important. You know, you don't want to go in and get, you know, massage from somebody that seems dirty.
Right.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for like, yeah, these guys really jerking.
Like, this is the happiest ending I've ever gotten. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But, I mean, 13 reviews, 3.2, so...
That's not great. Yeah.
It's not great.
Well, I would assume 2 of the ones you read are probably pretty low.
Yeah.
Probably like 0s or 1.
Probably.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
I mean, you know, according to Yelp, the place is closed now, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard they shut it down. They had been investigating it for a little while, I guess. So yeah, it's, boy, I'll tell you what, he picked the wrong place though, you know, cause, I mean, not just because he got caught, but also because of the other, you know, because even though they don't think he had anything to do with it, they're going to check to make sure he didn't have anything to do with if there is, trafficking going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's no bueno. So yeah, that's, I mean, you know, I was going to say you got to celebrate a Super Bowl win, but they hadn't won it at that point. They still hadn't won the AFC yet, so, you know. But,
right.
Boy, I guess there you go. You know, lesson to be learned for all the other owners. It's, you know, find a more discreet way to get your shit handled.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, I still, my whole head is like stuck at billionaire.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, there is legalized prostitution in Vegas. He could have flown to Vegas and then gone up to, or back to Kansas City.
He wants that sweet, sweet Asian dick rub.
Yeah. What a maroon.
What a maroon.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert Kraft, you rascal.
I will say this. I mean, at least, well, I mean, I guess unless they are, you know.
Oh, my God.
Victims of trafficking. I was going to say at least he, no, I was going to say at least he, you know, he paid for it. It wasn't, you know, like forcing himself on someone. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I guess that's the only benefit.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's not really, but it's like, well, at least this isn't one of those stories. I know. It is funny how different times billionaires will get caught, or even millionaires will get caught for something, and you're like, you do realize with the amount of money you have, you could have made this work without violating the law or,
Like, you could open up a rub and tug. Call it like Kraft's Dick Jerk Shack.
No, Kraft Singles.
Yeah, baby.
Wait a minute.
And you could pay these girls well.
Yeah.
Like, give them a great hourly wage.
Yeah.
And then they can work for quote unquote tips.
Yeah.
And then you can just fly in and be like, hey, I'm it's like undercover CEO. You just see how good they jerk you.
Yeah, you put a terrible wig and facial
exactly.
hair on, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Side rant. How do some of these people see these people come in for that undercover boss and not look at them and going, okay, that's fake. Like, there's no way that's real.
I don't know, honestly.
It reminds me of, remember when we were little children and I said I wanted to put out a line of toupees that had bald spots?
Yes, I do.
That way people would look at them because they look terrible, but there's still a bald spot.
Yeah, it's like, there's no way that's fake.
It can't be fake, but yeah, exactly.
It looks awful.
I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. It's
Like, he basically comes in with the big glasses that got some mustache attached to him.
yeah, basically.
Like, man, see?
Some of them are so bad.
Here for a penile release.
Who says that?
Like, what?
What? Are you a cop? Because I'm getting a real cop vibe off of you.
Yeah.
Of course I'm not a cop. That's just what a cop would say.
I mean, it's good that it, like I said, it's been like open up the world. It's like, oh, there's a sex trafficking ring.
Yeah.
Here. We got to shut that. That's cool.
Right. That is clearly the bright
he got
spot.
caught is it's just ridiculous, though.
Yeah. Clearly the bright spot is if there was trafficking, hopefully they can put an end to it. At least there,
Yeah, exactly.
So
How about he like just throws $1 million into help?
if I were him, I would probably do something like that just for the good publicity.
You're like, seriously, my shoulders are sore. I had no idea they were going to touch me there. Here's $1 million.
Right? Yeah. Like, listen, we've all had those moments where, we speak different languages and sometimes things get lost in translation.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And
then she started, and I was like, I guess.
I said clavicle. She thought I said testicle. Oh, shit.
I mean, of course she's going to graze my old balls. They're by my knees.
Yeah, she was massaging my ankles and whoopsie daisy.
Exactly. Next thing you know, she's got old lefty going. And then what are you going to do?
Right. And then she brought
Well,
Righty to the party.
But I chewed 14 Cialis right before I came in.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Well, you never know when the right moment's going to arise.
It's like commercials.
Yeah.
I just want to massage and throw a football through a tire.
At the same
I
time.
wanted, guys.
At the same time, damn
At
it.
the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And have a rock hard erection.
And have a big awkward dick.
Oh, man.
Nobody likes a grandpa boner. It's the worst.
Yeah, I would think so.
God damn.
Yeah.
Knocks the Depends all askew. The fuck, man.
Nice use of askew there.
You like that?
Yeah. Oh, man. Ooh.
He's probably got his old, 1930s wool trousers on. It's all chafy now.
Trousers. Yeah. Putting on his nun trousers.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Professor Elemental. I feel bad for making light of his song.
Using zippers that were stamped out in the Industrial Revolution.
Sure.
Some sort of steam factory thing. It's 18 stories tall. It just makes zipper teeth.
Zippers are that's too fancy. His trousers just button.
It's true.
Just top to bottom button.
Button. Yeah, exactly.
You have to take them all the way down to.
But since he's a billionaire, they're not buttons. They're like the finger bones of pygmies.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because he's a complete animal.
yeah, as one does. Yeah.
This one does. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Ooh. So, I have something here that I
wonder if it's another thing I pulled up.
Dude,
What you got?
okay, so we rag on beers that we don't like a lot.
Geez. This might be it. Okay,
And
keep going.
So Natural Light.
Oh, this isn't it.
Okay, Natural Light has introduced a product called Natter Days.
Natter Days in the park.
No.
Okay.
It says, and this is from their Instagram, says the flamingo has left the pond, introducing Natter Days for those who like strawberry lemonade and drinking beer.
Strawberry lemonade and drinking beer.
This is not an Arnold Palmer.
I like strawberry lemonade.
I do
I
too.
like beer. Go on.
Together? Well, the problem is it's Natural Light beer, though. So yeah, I mean that's it. That's what I.
Well, I mean, I guess funny you can you bring that up, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Because very soon
I double checked originally because I was like, "There's no way this is real." You know, like I thought this was just somebody having some fun with whatever until I saw it on Natural Light's website and what have you. So
and there you go.
Yeah.
But very soon and stuff, I'm going to be rolling out a beer tasting podcast.
You are? I have not heard of this.
Yes, All the Beers Pod, Brian.
Right.
Follow the socials, All the Beers Pod, Twitter and Instagram. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But mayhaps I should track this stuff down.
Oh my God. If you do.
For the story.
If you do, I need to be part of that one.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you're going to drink strawberry lemonade beer, I need to also suffer with you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
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 I mean, just quick snack. It's going to be like a 15-minute show where I drink hot beer, tell you all about it.
It's no big deal. We'll just open the cans, drink it, spit it out, and...
Basically, right?
Yeah. Wow.
But I don't know if you've seen this. God, where is it? I saw a billboard for it. Now I can't find it on their website. Budweiser released a non-alcoholic beer.
Okay.
It's called the Budweiser Prohibition Era.
That's what that is. I had heard something about it, but I haven't seen it or really looked into it.
Well, it's so annoying because I saw a fucking billboard for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to pull that up.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I can't even find anything. It's fucking annoying, bro.
Fucking Natter Days.
Natter Days, bro. Well, for the billboard I saw was like, basically it was like, less sugar than pop, no alcohol, the taste of beer.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I don't really understand what the hell they're doing per se.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is that they're positioning themselves in a to fight to go against pop. I guess I don't. Otherwise, what are you going against?
Well, because they're losing the beer war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends on how you look at that, but yeah, because I mean, they're buying up, craft brews to make sure they control. Anyway.
Oh well, this is interesting. So, it's only in Canada right now, and soon to be in the UK. They have no plans to bring it to the US. Then
why make an American reference in the title of it?
It's true, and I got the billboard I saw was in America, but it was up in Detroit, which you can get to Canada real quick.
True. Yeah.
So maybe there's that, but. So it's like, okay, last year, blah, 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 they're going to go to the UK. It says, unlike America, where alcohol sales have picked up, non-alcoholic beverages have jumped in the UK between 2010 and 2015. So Budweiser released Prohibition Brew, period of time when the United States when alcohol was illegal, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So a brew is made the exact same way as the regular beer is made. Hops, water, yeast. However, in the final stages, the beer goes through a special process that removes the alcohol. So basically, it tastes like Budweiser without the alcohol.
Okay.
Which I guess if you're like, recovering, but you still kind of miss that beer flavor.
Yeah. Or
I've heard that like Heineken non-alcoholic tastes exactly like a Heineken.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that. And I've heard it's delicious if you're into that skunky Heineken taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which it is. I mean, let's be honest, but.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I didn't realize it wasn't for sale here though. So.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, that I could see that because there is a market for that for sure. You know, O'Doul's has had that market for frickin' ever, and there's a few others that occupy it. You know, like you said, for someone maybe who's like, hey, I can't have alcohol anymore, whether it's because of a drinking issue or, hey, I'm on a medicine, you know, to where I can't drink anymore or whatever it is, you know, so. Well,
it's like I remember when my dad was trying to drink an alcoholic beer.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He said it was fucking terrible. So, and I'm sure the technology has gotten way better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that was like almost 2 decades ago now.
I would hope anyway.
Yeah, know? So, I mean, I'm not a proponent of alcoholic beer, but hey, maybe all the beer's pot, I might give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Fucking plugging, baby.
I like it.
Plugging!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Getting nutty.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I mean, you know.
That happens when I drink seltzer water. Get crazy.
I understand. I've also well, not tonight I'm not, but I also have had some, but not tonight.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't. The fact that Natty though is doing that fruity beer, is it still cheap like Natty?
Oh, it probably is.
What are they making it out of? Like Kool-Aid?
Probably. It's just Kool-Aid and Natty. Oh God.
I'm just saying. Just weird.
Gross. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you remember, Brian? Do you remember? We talked about the jogger that choked out the mountain lion.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Have you heard the news since then?
That it was actually a kitten?
Yes.
Yeah, he seems like less of a badass now and more of a monster.
Yeah. It was a orphaned kitten that was released into the wild. And granted, I mean, if I'm being honest, if I'm in the woods and there's a cat attacking me, I don't care how big it is. Yeah, I'm gonna start delivering vicious knees. I'm gonna try to do the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But when the first time the news story came out, everyone's like, "Oh, it's like an 80-pound mountain lion." It was like, "Wow, that's 80 pounds of cat is impressive." Yes. A 5-pound cat will fuck up your world. You know, and so I was like, "Hey," but now it's like, "Oh, you know, the mountain lions range to 24 pounds." So yeah, it was a kitten.
Yeah.
Kitten.
Yeah.
And I love that picture of him like on the news because there's this really hot news anchor like looking at him like, ooh,
right, yeah.
I'm going to suck that dick.
Yep.
You know? And now it's like,
She's like, now I wouldn't even tug your dick if you're a Robert Kraft. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, that certainly turned bad for him. Because I'm sure, like, I'm sure that he got some hate initially because he killed an animal. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And then to find out that it's a wee baby. It's
yeah.
Yikes.
It says that the mountain lion was part of a family of mountain lions. That the mom and his 2 siblings were killed after an attack. So they brought that one into a rehabilitation center and then released it into the wild. And I was like, oh, cool, a jogger. I'm going to go eat that. And then this guy just fucks up the world.
Yeah, wow. Damn.
I mean,
yeah.
He, like you said, he sure doesn't come across like the badass. Like everyone's like, oh my God, this guy's, he should probably go in UFC or something. He's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels like one of those times where it's like, upon hearing the initial story, people are anointing him with, trophies and flowers and, kisses from hot women. And now it's like, we're going to need all that back.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be like me on like an episode of our podcast, like I survived a dog attack. And I eventually I took some damage, but I had to kill the dog. It was a horrible experience. And then next week you're like, guys, it was a corgi. He basically beat up a furry hot dog.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, yeah, you're gonna go from being a face or maybe a little like tweener to immediate heel for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a great way to make a heel turn. It's why it's an abused trope in movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, I got attacked by a gang. There were 7 of them. I managed to fight them off and escape. Next week. Yeah, he was in a nursery school kicking children.
Yeah. Yeah.
He spin kicked Betsy. She went through a window.
That's pretty harsh. I mean, that's a hell of a
She's
spin
still
kick.
in the hospital.
That's a hell of a spin kick, though. I mean, you got to give him props for that. I mean, proper technique and all, you know?
Right?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
Guys,
I'm
I
with
got
you,
hit
though.
by a
You know,
car.
it's like,
I survived it, though.
yeah.
Someone threw a Hot Wheels at him.
Oh, man. I'm with you, though. I mean, if I'm out and I see, even if it's a kitten, but it looks like it's, you know, like, hey, that's going to grow. It reminds me of the scene in The Lion King, like when Timon and Pumbaa first happened upon Simba, you know?
Right.
Pumbaa's like, can we keep him? And Simba's like, he's a lion, you know? And Pumbaa's like, basically like, yeah, and, you know, and he's like, lions grow up to be big lions, basically, you know?
Yeah, accurate.
Like, exactly, yeah. I mean, I would just be like, yeah, this thing still could fuck me up, even as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure inadvertently, I've seen people, at those, like the preserves or whatever, you know, when they're just playing around with like the tigers or lions or whatever that are the cubs.
Fuck that.
And yeah, and you just see them, they're rolling around and they're being all, you know, they're not trying to like hurt anybody, but it's like they don't know their strength compared to what they're playing with, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah.
Guys, I survived the bear attack. He was sighted in a bar making out with a furry fat guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it. That makes sense.
I don't know. When I first saw the headline, I was like, oh God, they're trying to throw shade on this guy. And then I read the story. I was like, oh geez.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Cause I saw something that said, you know, some sort of like, not controversy, but you know, something about it. And I was like, oh boy, cause honestly, my first thought was it's going to be like animal rights activist kind of a thing. And then, when I read it, I was like, oh, this turned out bad for the guy. Like,
yeah, exactly. Right.
I'm sure he was afraid for his life at the time, though. Cause,
I would be too.
Yeah, and he probably did what he felt he needed to do.
But he's just trying to like get exercise and go through the woods and shit. He turned around, there's a cat, like a big cat.
Right.
Yeah, I would freak out too.
It's like one of those times. You ever have like, you know, one of your female friends just come and like jump up on your back, and you pretty much just want to like judo throw him, you know?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then you're
exactly.
like, oh shit.
I keep him up there and you clothesline him.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like in my head, that's kind of how it plays out. You're like, oh, cause it's like, I thought, I was being attacked and I didn't mean to throw you through, you know, plate glass window.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. Whoopsies.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Cause he's just in the woods trying to enjoy himself and all of a sudden there's an animal on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure he could have been like, ooga, booga, booga.
Yeah.
You know?
It does make you wonder now. Now you kind of wish that there was like, security camera footage of
like someone had a trail cam out there on a tree or something.
Yeah. Cause I just want to see, like, did the thing approach him and then he just charged it and choked it out? Or
like, I've waited for this moment my whole life.
Yeah. No one's around to see it finally.
Jesus, dog. Holy shit.
I was like, man, that's, I don't know. Cause it does feel like if it was, you know, I mean, again, you know, it's like a kitten for a mountain lion is not like a kitten for a house cat, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it said it was 25 pounds a cat. That's still.
Dude, we were told 80. That's a big difference.
But I'm still saying 25 pounds
of
I agree. Wild cat.
Yeah.
That's still enough to like, you're going to have a bad day if they get a hold of you.
Dude, look, that cat your dad had, Spike, was like, what, 14 pounds or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
And that thing could have broken your leg if he fell on you. So.
He was like the linebacker of cats.
Yeah. But, you know, that's why I said, I was like, I'm not completely shitting on it, but at the same time, I mean, I'm kind of shitting on it because.
Yeah, it's not as cool a story as it was originally.
Yeah, 25 pounds feels like you probably could have tried maybe harder to just keep it off of you. But yeah, I get it.
Like you kind of yell and make yourself look big. It might be like, okay, I can't take that thing.
Yeah.
No, instead you're like, you know, you body slam it, and I think it said he stepped on its neck until it was dead.
See, remember I was like, I wonder how he choked it out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Just crush its larynx. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. That's vicious, man.
It is.
I mean, again,
I think this guy might be a serial killer or something.
They
check his basement for bodies. And
I was
shit.
just gonna say they do say I've read that can be a sign of that kind of behavior. Like on Dexter, remember
animals and shit.
Yeah, remember Dexter was killing animals before.
What if he was jogging through the woods and the cat was just like being all cute and scratching a tree, and he just tackled it and killed it?
So that's what I'm getting at. That's why I said now I want to see how it started, because all of his facts have kind of crumbled around him here. The only thing that holds true is the thing is dead.
He for sure killed it.
Yeah, it's like okay, that part true. The rest of it we don't know. It's a dice roll from here.
I just have this image of him like seeing cat tracks. And then he's like tracking it through the woods, quote unquote, jogging.
Yeah. Here, kitty, kitty. Yeah.
He's shaking a can of treats. He's got like a deer hide.
Yeah. Naturally, the thing comes after him, and yep.
Yeah, he's got a giant ball of yarn. It just wants to play. He kills it.
Yeah.
He's got a laser pointer.
That's terrible. Unfortunately, it was on
right to the bottom of his shoe.
I was going to say it's on top of a gun, but oh boy, yeah. This guy's world seriously has to have turned to shit since this, though.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, if he was like someone I know, I'd be like, bro, really?
Yeah.
I'd be sending him like kitten pictures and stuff. Like, don't kill me. I'd notify him and all that.
If he comes over and you have a cat, you're like, whoa, stay away from my cat.
Jeez, easy, man. Look, he's got a vulnerable neck. Let's not.
Like, I'm gonna put him in the other room because I don't want to take any chances with you, killer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, my cat is allergic to feet to the neck.
Yeah. Like shit, son. I'd probably do the same thing if I had kids around him too, because they're small, you know. Just be like, that is a person, but they're non-threatening.
Get some of those pajama onesies look like a cat,
Oh, that'd be fun.
Kind of looking like the lion from Wizard of Oz.
You're talking about for yourself to wear, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, come on, choke this out, motherfucker.
Exactly, bitch, what you doing?
Right.
Yeah, I had to buy the weird furry costume. I'm sorry it has a dick hatch.
No, you're not. You're not even a little sorry about it.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a bit. What did we call it? Do you remember when we were talking about Iron Man having a flap in the front of his? I think was it called crotch
it
flap
might have been
or
a
something?
Dick hatch. I don't remember.
It was crotch something. I think it was crotch flap or something like that. But
oh yeah, it could be crotch flap.
Might have been dick flap. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, whoo. All right. What else we got here?
Well, this our pal Dev alerted us to on the face pages.
Yes.
That they're now filming Wu-Tang, an American Saga. I think it's for Hulu.
Neat.
I know, right? So Wu-Tang Clan, yeah. Streets of Shaolin, Staten Island, yeah. Upcoming Hulu docuseries.
Nice.
They're filming.
Nice.
So, I mean,
I'm assuming
I'm not going to.
It's nothing to fuck with, I'm assuming.
I would definitely assume it's nothing to fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says the film shoot mostly set in Staten Island begins Tuesday. Oh, we should reach out to Prado.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But it says, most of the Wu-Tang Clan is returning home for the docuseries. Obviously not ODB.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously not all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be on Hulu, which is cool. And I mean, I'm sure we'll definitely talk about it when it's out because we're both Wu-Tang fans.
Yeah, I was going to say, for sure we'll both watch this. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't imagine. I can only assume it's about how they became the Wu-Tang Clan. It doesn't really say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the show tracks Clan's formation. Yep, okay. Who strives to unite a dozen young black men are torn between music and crime. So there you go.
It should be an impressive watch because of the different dynamic of all their personalities.
Yeah, right.
I think it'll be a fun watch.
I mean, that
maybe not fun, but a good watch, I should say. Not a fun watch.
Not to fuck with.
Yeah. Oh, no. Not at all.
Yeah, right.
Not even a little bit.
Not even the slightest. Wu-Tang should have teamed up with Tang, because they put up Wu-Tang Tang.
No.
I think so.
No.
Shaolin Punch? It's right to
okay, I'm right back in.
I'm just saying.
Like, you wouldn't have to call it Wu-Tang Tang. You just straight out call it Wu-Tang.
Just Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And then, you have such flavors as Shaolin Punch. Killer Bees. It's like honey flavored or something.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else we can get. I'm sure we can think of something.
Dirt McGirt, yeah.
Dirt McGirt.
Wait.
Some weird brown thing.
Some weird brown thing.
It's like, what flavor is this? It's brown.
Oh, what's this? We have the RZA, the Jizza, and the Ghostface Chilla.
I don't know if I want a cup of the Jizza.
Right? Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ghostface Chilla would be great, though. Because it's got to be a blue flavor of some sort.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
You could have method melon.
Wait, did you say meth and melon?
Yes. And method melon.
Delicious.
Delish.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'd be on board for that. They should totally get their whole line, their own line of some sort of drink.
I'm just saying, man.
Right? They're missing out. They really should be doing this.
I know.
I mean, I'm not even kidding. I'm sure you could, really put some time into this and come up with some really good names for, that work with their names.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't know about Inspect the Deck, but. Yeah, that one's a tougher one.
Trying to think of someone with a D. Inspect something,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe we leave him out.
Yeah, maybe inspecting is nothing. Yeah.
He's sad.
He's
panda.
bumming.
Yeah, sad panda over in the corner.
That's exactly. But yeah, I'm just saying, Wu-Tang, like I said, writes itself, bro.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, do we have anything else? Oh, yeah. Let's real quick talk about the Dark Phoenix trailer.
Oh, yes.
Came out, and I watched it, and you watched it. How you feeling?
When I saw it, they were doing a Dark Phoenix, because the new X-Men movie I kind of dug. They're not. I still like the originals.
Yeah.
But maybe if they came, because I came up in that era, maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe
the last one was
would be like oof.
garbage, though. The Apocalypse one.
Who was?
The Apocalypse one.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Oh my god, that was bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past had its moments. It was an alright movie. Yeah.
But I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, sweet, Dark Phoenix saga.
Right. One of my favorite things in X-Men.
Yeah.
I love this story.
Not really feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I mean, are the aliens and stuff in it? The Shere Khan or whatever?
Yeah, that's the stuff I'm wondering. Like, there's...
I mean, how true is it?
I can't think of the woman's name now.
You know what I'm talking about? She's got the weird pyramid head hairdo.
Yeah. I can't think of her name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. There's a woman in the trailer that's walking around that's like got long blondish hair that I don't know that anyone truly knows who she is yet. And
part of me thinks she might be like Emma Frost.
Well, I read that, like, I've seen a few people think that it may be like the physical embodiment of the Phoenix Force, which I was like, hope not. That seems stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be, the one you were talking about, or like you said, maybe it's Emma Frost. I don't know. It's
because if I remember right, in the beginning of the Dark Phoenix saga, weren't the Hellfire Club after her?
They were involved somewhere in the process.
Yeah, and Emma Frost is part of that. That's why that's why when I first saw her, I was like, I think that might be Emma Frost.
Yeah, it's weird though, because if it is, she's not really dressed like Emma Frost.
No, she doesn't have the, Emma Frost, titties on point.
Right.
She's, just saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing.
I don't either. I will say though.
I was expecting some really cool Phoenix stuff happening. Maybe they don't want to show it in the trailer.
I think that's part of it. There is the one moment at the very end of the trailer where they show the Phoenix Force kind of just, going nuclear, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel it. There's some stuff about it that I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool. And, I dug the costumes that they have them in when they're on they're in the plane or spaceship or whichever it was toward the end of the thing.
Right.
Those look great and those are like straight out of the comic book pretty much. Not then though, it's more of a newer costume, but it's a good looking costume,
Right. Yeah.
And I like the fact that they're able to put them in a superhero costume that doesn't look stupid.
Yes. I agree.
Like, cause you never know, there's been different ones over the years that look really good. And there's a few that are like like I've said all along, the Captain America stuff has never felt right to me. I don't know why. It just never really, I don't know. It just never feels like Captain America to me. So
right, because it's kind of like muted colors when Captain America's always like bright red, white, and blue.
Right. Well, plus, it's like growing up, we grew up with the Captain America that had like the chainmail
that's true.
stuff and the A on his helmet and the wings and so it's and they as they should have went for more of the Ultimates Captain America, which like I said,
more of a tactical gear,
which makes sense. He's a soldier. That's what he would wear something like that. It makes sense. I'm like, So yeah, I don't know about this though. I've seen various people pretty excited about it, but I don't know. I
felt the same way.
Do you know what I think? One of the things I'm very apprehensive about with it is much like with after seeing Days of Future Past, where again, that's one of my favorite X-Men stories. It's an awesome series and stuff. And they got it so convoluted by the end of that movie that it was like, what in the hell are you doing here? And I feel like they're going to do the same thing with this. You know? Or I'm afraid, I should say. Not that they will. I'm trying not to be 100% negative on it. It didn't really excite me. But at the same time, it's like, as of now, I would still go see it. Like, if you were like, hey, do you want to go see, Dark Phoenix? I'd probably be like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't enough to make me go, oh God, no.
I'd be like, Brian, Dark Phoenix, Hop a Plane, Orchids of Asia, besides Parlor.
Like, we're doing all that?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm in. Let's go.
No, one or the other.
Oh, fuck. That's a tough choice.
We get the Robert Kraft special, or we get some popcorn, some soda, watch Dark Phoenix.
I mean, I feel like you got to go for the rub and tug, right? I
think so.
Yeah. I mean, you can always catch Dark Phoenix on...
Just get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I was going to say get it on iTunes or something later, yeah.
Exactly. Whatever. You'll be fine. Stream it later.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm curious, let us know what you think of, or what you think of the trailer. Cause
hit us up. Salty_language on Twitter. Hit us up.
Cause I am curious what other people like, and if you're into it, then, what about it jazzed you, And either way, I guess I'd like to know, how you feel about it and why. Cause it's tough too, because, there's going to be plenty of people who look at it that are not comic fans.
Right.
That are going to look at it and go, this looks great or this looks terrible. And, and I get it.
And I honestly, I know it's weird. I have a hard time with, I don't even know her real name, but with Sansa Stark as Jean Grey, too.
I do too. Yeah. I don't like her as a casting for that role.
Yeah. I don't think she's a good Jean Grey.
No.
I know she's kind of like, she appears to be tall-ish.
Yeah, right.
She's got the red hair. I get it.
Uh-huh.
But
this is Hollywood. Everyone can have red hair,
Exactly. And everyone can be tall.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
True enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I don't know.
I think that has something to do with it too, is I just don't care for her as that. And it's weird because I like a lot of the other castings, like Magneto, Professor X, freaking amazing castings. Mm-hmm. The guy who plays Beast, I think, is pretty good at his role. Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique was good, although it looks like she's biting it in this one. So
yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah, well, I know she doesn't want to come back anyway. Like,
yeah,
I don't even think she wanted to be in this movie, but I think they were probably pulled the old dump truck full of money move on her.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like how they kept Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man.
I mean, yeah.
He told him a while ago that he was like, I really don't want to do this anymore. And then I think for the next movie, they're like, we'll pay you $25 million. And he's like, I'm in.
Like, oh, okay.
Because, I mean, you'd have to be stupid. Not that he needs money.
Lies. I didn't mean it.
Yeah. I was just kidding.
Yeah, God, it's hilarious.
You know me.
Roll around and just piles of hundreds.
Yeah. Right? Just starts wiping his ass with stacks of $100 bills.
FaceTimes them. Like, you know what, guys? I'm in for this next one. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody hacked my Twitter and said I was out. I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. If you got some at replies from me, it's swear it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I changed my password though. We should be good now.
Right. Like, Robert, have you been drinking again?
Nah. So much Coke though.
Right. Yeah. I don't call it drinking. I call it researching my role.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
I know he's been clean a long time and stuff, so I, don't want to make fun of his sobriety there, but yeah, I'm making fun more of Tony Stark.
Yes.
Just for anyone listening, because Tony Stark was,
hammered.
Tony Stark literally was Robert Downey Jr.
That's why he was such a great casting. For that role.
Just the core person for a long time. That's why even back when Marvel first was talking about it, it's like everybody was like, it's got to be Robert Downey Jr. Like it has to be him. Especially once he grew that goatee, it was like, yeah, that's Tony Stark. There's no question. There's nobody else who's more Tony Stark than he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I wouldn't be surprised if the artwork in the comics started to more reflect the movies.
It did. He looked,
Did it? Okay.
It looked a lot like him. And artists do that in comics anyway. A lot of them will have kind of someone in their head, and you'll notice that somebody looks like someone else. And, it's like Michael Turner, I remember with Fathom, that one character of his. He had, what was her name? I think like Denise Richards in his head as that, like if it were a movie role, that's who he would cast. So he kind of would draw, like her at times. And I've seen that with a few, and you're right. Like when the movies, a lot of times, like especially when someone's been in that role for a while, they kind of shift the art a little bit. So it feels more
because
like
the general public knows them from the movie, when meanwhile the comic fans are different.
Right. But it makes sense though, because if someone goes and sees the movie, they walk into a comic shop, they go, oh yeah, this is what I know, because that was one of my things with like the X-Men and the Avengers, like the first ones and stuff. It's like, they don't look anything like the comics.
Yeah.
The teams in the books are different, so if you go to the movie and you come in and go, this isn't what I just saw.
Yeah, like I just saw this sick ass movie and I want to read the books now. Yeah,
I thought that was kind of a misstep originally. They've done better over the years. They've kind of streamlined the two toward each other. So
as they should, honestly.
Yeah, it makes way more sense because that is, after those movies, there's people going into stores like, because their kids want to read Avengers books or whatever,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. At least I hope they're going into comic stores.
Damn right they better be. We both make squinty eyes.
Yeah, support your local comic stores. Unless they're terrible, then support whatever the closest one is that's good.
Support their competitor.
Right.
Because fuck that store.
Right, yeah. All right, you got anything else?
Nah, bro, I'm tapped out.
All right, I'm pretty sure that's all I got too, so let's wrap her up. We're about 2 hours, so.
Beauty.
Eat. So, all right. Well, as always, say, hey, head over to saltylanguage.com. You can get all the past episodes there. You can check out the enthusiasts that we've done that we really need to do some more of. We need a new season of enthusiasts. You can see the networks we're part of, like the Tangent Bound Network.
Oh, shit. My soundboard turned off.
Oh, jeez. I'll just talk real slow.
So, I'm sorry. What was that first network?
It was Tangent Bound Network.
And Tangent Bound. And then, of course, we're part of
Entertainment. So please go check those two networks out. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot we were also part of the Yeah Boy Network. If we ever start a network, it's got to be the Yeah Boy Network at this point.
Yeah boy.
Yeah.
I somehow don't think Flava Flav would sign off on that.
I don't think so either, and I don't really think you could use someone else doing it because I think he could still sue you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he's kind of known for that.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
A little bit. Yeah, go check out those networks. There's some other shows that you enjoy over there. Such as, like, if you listen to the advertisement earlier in the show before we started bumping our gums, if you will, for the Gotham Lights podcast.
What a creepy way to say I'm going to kiss somebody. Let's bump gums.
I know, right? That's terrifying.
I know, right?
I mean, maybe not if you're, like old, taking your teeth out and then you look at your, person and you're like, hey, let's bump gums.
Bump some gums, Edsel.
Yikes. Anyway, go check our pals out over at the Gotham Lights podcast. Henno, who you may know from appearing on this show a couple times, as well as my co-host on The Crazy Life. It's him and his friend Stephanie, and they talk about the TV show Gotham and or the TV show Orville Lights.
Nice.
So if you like either of those shows, go give them a look-see, if you will.
Go give them a hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's what it is. Man, I just hit a wall. I was just like, dude.
We got our socials we got to promote.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you want to reach out to the show, suggest something for us, I don't know what else, you can email us at saltylanguage@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can find me at Monotony. Also, Snapchat, salty_language.
I'm at Ninjitsu.
And then, of course, we're Salty Language on Instagram, and we're on Facebook. Not that we really pay attention to Facebook much.
Really,
and Salty Language Pod on YouTube.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, hit us up on there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And again, we'll I think probably by the next episode, we should probably have kind of things hammered out a little bit, like what we're going to do. So,
in theory.
If not, it'll be the one after. And if not, it'll be the one after.
Exactly.
Or maybe the one after that.
Or possibly the one after.
Yeah. Now we're up to 402, by the way. We're doing the 400th episode live show on the 402nd show.
That would be hilarious. And very much Salty Language.
Right. So, Anyway, so yeah, check out all those things. Again, if you need any other links for us, they're on saltylanguage.com, so go check it out. Please share our posts with your friends. And if you haven't yet, please rate, review, and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it.
For sure.
We haven't had any reviews in a while. Come on, help us out.
Yeah, 5-star ball wash.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
It's like the, Predator. Do it. Do it now.
Yeah. All right. So until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Man, you mofos, stay salty.
As fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know. Go check out Brody Stevens stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Check out, enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Positive energy.
Positive energy. Yeah, I love that guy.
Me too.